Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Check 26, check 26. Kill.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Good track.
Operating from the gun. Love. That's complete to John Ross. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 1st downs and 3 points.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. first carry for James Conner. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On second and 12, Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Focus, defense, focus.
They'll try and run forward with Conner. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
They go play action here on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And a short gain down to about the 33. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Love. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's third down. Off the play fake. Love. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. On first down, Love. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Roethlisberger. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly,
that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Shifts past him at the 45. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch the screen.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Complete to Washington. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Johnson, the intended target. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They toss to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Roethlisberger on target to Washington. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line.
That's another Steelers.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And his throw here is incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Ben to throw again. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. A big play there for Cincinnati. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Black 80.
The drive will start with Connor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike 51.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell for the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Now the second down throw on target, and they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 61. Matchbox, right. Let happen.
Operating from the gun, Love. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. On 1st down, Connor going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even.
Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Fielded at the 33. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. From Tucson. It's going to be a scene 6. Let's go, black.
Operating from the gun. Love. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Hayward, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing just outside his own goal line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Ready up.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeout? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. McFarland. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, it's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Now it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Cheney on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again. Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. He's got the first down, and it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Love. That's taken in by Callaway. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Back to throw, Love. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now, things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Roethlisberger going to get this one to Connor. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Here we go. Sacked back at the 46. Carlos Dunlap in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Important extra point up and through, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school, as I was begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he comes back with one complete. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Back to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it here with Bernard. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his third field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Cincinnati, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.